The BBL Madness bracket started here, okay? I'm going to flash the tweet across the screen and we're going to clip this up. I see all of the brackets. I know everybody done hit me. I done got 1,000 messages saying, oh, you need to put your watermark on your stuff when you put it out, this and that. Listen, I wasn't thinking that far. K-Kamp dropped the project, built different. You don't like K-Kamp?
Man, what? No.
What?
K-Kamp is awful.
Nah,
really?
bro.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Man, RIP to the GOAT Young Scooter.
Good King.
Man, come on, man. Doechii has been getting a lot of hate for whatever reason. We want to send love and shout out to our Florida sister.
You too old to be listening to XYZ. I want to dig into that conversation because my mother is 71 years old and will call me about the latest record she done heard and love on the radio all the time.
The feds are coming. All you involved in a lot of criminal activity, I think y'all might want to disperse because they are coming. What's good, people? It's your boy, Way More Fly Than You, man. Welcome to the Audio Dope Podcast. This is episode 7?
What is it, 7?
7, yes. Way More Fly Than You, all social media platforms, man. Got my dog co-host to the right of me.
What it do? It's your boy, Teddy.
We got a special guest. So I've been following this guy for quite some time. I don't know how long we've been following each other, but he causes just as much havoc as I do. And I can definitely appreciate, you know, what's the title that they call us? Timeline terrorists or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Anywho, Southside Gun is in the building.
Hey,
what's going on, brother, man? Thank you for your time. If you could just introduce yourself, let the people know who you are, where you reside.
For those who actually want to know the real me, my name is Savon. It's not that hard to say. I just want y'all to know that. But most notably on Twitter, social media world, I am Southside Gun. Southside for a reason, from the south side of Atlanta, College Park, Georgia, to be exact.
Okay.
Feel me? So that's where I came from and everything like that. And just coming up, man, just like I said, born in the city, raised in the hood, got out as soon as I could, never went back.
Got you.
Never going back.
Okay. And the reason I wanted you to join us because you have some particular music takes that
oh yeah.
You know, that often get you into some trouble.
But what? Trouble is an understatement. So, you think I'm out here committing felonies?
Yeah. So but you do have a musical mind that I kind of actually wanted to tap into. So that's what led to me reaching out to you and asking you to be a part of what we got going on.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here, man.
For sure,
it's
man.
Great.
Anytime. So we're gonna get right into it, man. New dope. What y'all listening to, what y'all playing. Like, what's some of the new things that y'all tapping into? I'll start with you, Teddy.
New shit. I love the Jack Harlow and Doechii record, man. Okay. That shit is crazy. Definitely been bumping that. The boy Carti. Been playing the hell out of the boy Carti.
Oh God.
Yiddy. Sia. And it's a new record by Nisha. She's a dope songwriter. Now, dope is an understatement because Nisha done wrote for everybody. Beyonce, Summer, all of them. But she's also a solo artist. She got a joint called 32nd Floor I've been playing the hell out of. But yeah, that's like some of the stuff I've been bumping.
Okay. What about you, Savon?
Well, I just did a couple reviews. If anybody paid attention to my account yesterday, I did I think I did like 4. Okay. I did one for the Will Smith joint. Okay. Which was really dope. Especially that song he got with his son Jaden and Russ.
It's an album?
Yeah.
Okay.
He dropped the whole album. Yeah. Like that whole him going on TikTok and doing all that, that was a press run.
Got it.
That was an album rollout.
I saw him on Gillian Wallow podcast, but I thought that they was just interviewing him because he was from Philly.
That was a whole album rollout. People would sleep on that. Also, I know how we feel about white people in hip hop. But I'm gonna drop 2 names I think y'all need to keep an eye on.
How do we feel about white people?
How do we feel about white people?
I'm just saying. I know how people get.
Okay.
But 2 names. Number 1, 1900 Rugrat. I don't know how y'all feel about him from Broward County, Florida.
We don't.
He's him.
No, listen. All right, bro. Keep going. Who the second one?
Bro, I love him, bro. He's fire, bro.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 30.
Okay, yeah, you're the youngest.
So we starting like. You can see why the 19 love / 19 hate.
Yeah. I get it.
It's
I'm
an
30.
age thing,
Let-
bro.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
It
I'm
is
gonna let you
an
finish.
That nigga 19
let me tell
hard,
you,
bro.
I'm gonna let you finish, and
He
then
tough.
I'm gonna comment on what you
All
said.
right.
Keep going.
And then the other one is she on tour right now with Glorilla, Georgiana.
Yeah, no.
I know. Look, I know. It's just hold on. Just bear with
That's
me.
the little white girl that looked like
Yes.
Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't do CC.
She tough, bro. If you listen to her new single "Walk Sauce," it just dropped. It's actually pretty dope.
Okay.
I mess with it. I mess with it a long way. And then of course YG. I did a review for that single.
We got that coming up.
So definitely that's one thing I listen to. And then I don't know why Nav continues to make music.
I don't know why he ever started making music.
I don't know why, but that was probably one of the worst listens I've ever heard in my life.
I don't really listen to Nav.
Good. Consider yourself lucky. That's terrible. Unfortunately for me, I listen to everything.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think I drew the line at Burner. Yeah, so Nav ain't really my cup of tea. Yeah, K Camp. I'm a huge K Camp fan. K Camp dropped the project, Built Different. He got a couple tracks on there.
Not K Camp.
You don't like K Camp?
Man, what? No.
What?
K Camp is awful.
Nah,
Really?
bro. I ain't going.
Oh, this
bro.
is gonna be great.
I ain't going, bro.
There's not a song.
You are out of your fucking mind.
There is not a song. There's not a verse. There's not a bar that you could say that would convince me that man is a good rapper.
Okay, so we have to draw the line in the sand. I'm not saying K Camp is the best lyricist.
He ain't gotta be.
He is a hit maker. Period.
Define hit.
Nigga,
Bro.
what? Are you crazy?
Hey.
Money Baby, Lottery.
Lottery was a mega hit.
Come on, bro. Like it changed.
What are we?
It changed.
No, Camp
Top
Slick
culture.
has a catalog past like what a lot of these niggas don't
Absolutely.
No, I'm
He
not.
can step on stage and do like a good 30, 20,
I'm not
30,
45.
where these niggas can't do 5
I'm
to
not
10.
gonna disagree with that. I'm not gonna disagree with that. I hear where y'all coming from. But then I will challenge you with this.
Mhm.
Just because a song is a hit does not mean it's actually a good song.
What song is not a good song by K Camp?
Yeah.
Like, out of the catalog that we just really named, and I
You
even
want
go
my
I
honest.
further.
completely agree
We
with your
definitely want
sentiment,
your-
but
my
that
honest-
don't make no
you
sense
want
for
you
him.
want my honest answer? Or you
Absolutely.
want, ain't not a damn hit in that man catalog.
You think that? Okay, yeah.
Well, you lying like the pavement. I don't know what you're talking about.
I stand on everything.
How though? Okay, what about? Okay, so let me ask this question.
I've never been moved by his bar. It's almost like Big Sean to me in a sense.
Oh,
well, like,
wow.
What?
Well, like,
Oh man,
hold on, stay with me. People say Big Sean is a great rapper.
Absolutely,
People say that he has a great flow.
He does.
He talks about real shit.
he does.
And I don't disagree with that.
Mhm.
But
There's like a line that like I don't see what everybody else is seeing.
okay, so let me ask this question.
So that's
Who-
how I feel about K Camp.
Give me. It's not. I don't want to do the top 5 thing. Just give me 5 artists that you listen to
He just said Georgiana, bro.
regularly.
I don't even want to
That's not regularly. That's just a new song I heard.
Okay, so don't
But
put me
you
out there like
gave
that.
like a critical analysis, like y'all need to fuck with
Well,
Georgiana.
no, I do.
But
Well,
through K Camp and Big Sean
critically-
under the
bus.
time,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But to
I
be
ain't
fair,
going.
I critically analyze everything.
So let
feel
me
it.
ask you a question. So who outside of Georgiana and 1900 Rugrat, whatever that girl name is?
Don't hold me to that.
Okay,
I
so
just-
who is in your regular rotation as artists, rappers?
Mac Miller,
Okay,
hard.
Dom.
Kennedy.
The
Yes.
Ghost.
Okay,
I just went to the concert.
I missed it. I'm going to Spitter, so I passed on Dom.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Larry.
Okay,
Typically, I might throw in some YG Tut every other day.
okay,
And then Earl, El Custo.
Sweatshirt,
Yeah.
Okay.
Earl Sweatshirt, El Custo, Westside.
Gun.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's
it.
That's
So
partially
you-
West Southside.
But you like so I mean,
Okay.
which is cool. Like we
So
all have
like
our
I
purpose.
listen to
That's
a variety of
but
things.
that's a niche space. Of all,
Correct.
like everybody that you just named falls into like a niche space.
They have
and it's
the
not
core,
to knock
yeah.
it because
They
I
got a
like
core
some of them
following.
too.
you know, I
But
think,
I can see why you don't like hits.
but the thing is for me, correct. The thing is for me though is that
okay, now
I'm
we
not
getting
big-
somewhere now.
Yeah.
when we talk about like mainstream artists,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that line like that line from me kind of stops kind of like right there sometimes because a lot of the mainstream music that we hear, especially the shit that they put on the radio, I don't really it don't hit for me sometimes.
That's fair. You see how open communication leads to clarity and understanding? You are not a commercial success kind of guy. Like you don't like commercial music.
I can listen to it and I can support it.
But you don't appreciate it as
Bro,
much
you
as
like
you
YG Tut.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a knockoff Isaiah Rashad.
Okay, I got you.
Whoa. Yes.
They homies.
I get
that
it.
a knockoff?
I get it.
They're legit homies.
So that nigga said, why go to Walmart when you could go to Kmart? That's what you told me when you said you like YG Tut, bro.
Wait, we got we got a lot to cover.
That's not a bar?
No, it's not.
Why is that not a bar?
We got a lot to cover, so we gonna keep moving because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get stuck on some other topics moving forward. Right? First and foremost, man, RIP to the GOAT, Young Scooter. Man, come on, man. That the news was devastating. That I heard. Story. It's a lot of different stories circulating. We're not gonna get into that. We just gonna praise the man and the legend that he is. R.I.P. to Scooter. You know what I'm saying? I played a number of different songs in his catalog. What's your favorite Scooter record?
Man, Colombian, man.
I feel like it just got to be Colombian.
It's Colombian, man.
I like Jug King though.
Jug King was great, but I just love Colombian, man. Every time I play, I just rap it all the way through.
Gotcha. But yeah, rest in peace. Salute to his family. Sending love and condolences to his family and loved ones.
Yeah, man.
Now, the main topic. Okay, listen, for all of you all who don't know, okay,
here we go.
The BBL Madness bracket started here. Okay, I see all of the brackets. I know everybody done hear me. I done got 1,000 messages saying, "Oh, you need to put your watermark on your stuff when you put it out, this and that." Listen, I wasn't thinking that far, okay? I wasn't. But this video will clarify where it started and who it started from. And shout out to my homie, because I'm not going to take all the credit, because I definitely had inspiration behind...
Inspiration is crazy.
Behind the tweet, because he actually gave me the idea. And I think his name is Tim.
BBL.
Yeah, Tim leaves it in. Shout out to Tim leaves it in. I'm not going, it wasn't me. The idea wasn't me. I just made the bracket. But he gave me the idea behind, he was like, bro, we need he just tweeted it one day. He was like, man, it'd be crazy if we did a March Madness of BBLs. So then we just literally started naming chicks with BBLs. So that was day one. So then he came back the next day and he was like, man, I got 3 more we need to add. And I said, I'm going to do the bracket tonight. I was at a little house party or whatever, drunk. I said, man, let me find me like a bracket. Went online, found a bracket.
There we go.
And literally, I didn't put much thought behind the seating. I just named the women.
Answers my question.
Correct.
Because I had a problem with the seating.
But this is the thing too. The problem with the seating was how it got so viral, because everybody had a problem with the seating.
Yes.
But it ended up being great because how the names fell is how they fell. So you had Janice going against whoever. I don't even remember the bracket. That's how long ago it was. But that's typically how it starts. So I think what's the name of them podcasts? Jeff Teague them. They took it and ran with it. I think Rory and Maul did something on it. I'm a flash the tweet across the screen, and we're gonna clip this up, and I'm gonna put some money behind this, because all y'all motherfuckers need to know that y'all stole it from me.
Yeah.
All right, and that's just what it is. So anybody claiming that they got it off of Facebook, I think what's my boy, the battle rapper?
Crooked Eye?
No. He actually like URL battle rapper.
I don't know them folks.
Damn, what's his name? He said he got it off of Facebook. Space TV stole it from me. That's who put it on Facebook. I seen that myself.
Yeah, once it hit Facebook,
y'all niggas stop stealing content, man. For real. Stop stealing content. That shit is lame, and you lame as fuck for stealing it. Like, give people they credit, especially if you know you ain't creative enough to come up with no shit like that.
I can relate.
And that's it.
I can definitely relate.
You know what
to
I'm
that.
saying? So, yeah, niggas need to stop being lame, man. Unlame yourself.
They're not gonna stop stealing the content, man. People not gonna stop. It happens to me all the time. I understand that.
Are you a Doechii fan, sir? We are a Doechii podcast. I don't know if you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
all right.
music.
So, Doechii has been getting a lot of hate for whatever reason. First and foremost, we want to send love and shout out to our Florida sister.
Tampa to be exact.
Absolutely. I'm not from Tampa, thank God. But I can appreciate when the state of Florida need to come together.
Yeah.
Miami will come out of our bubble to help with the good fight of, the southern part of the United States of America. How you feel about Doechii?
I think she is A, dope artist, B, a dope lyricist, C, very creative, D, I think she has all the makings of a superstar in not just hip hop, but just music in general. And I think she should be regarded as one of the best, not just female artists, but one of the best artists in the game currently right now as we're speaking.
Awesome. No pushback from me. Teddy, where you think most of her hate coming from? Light-skinned women?
From the barbs, point blank period. It's from the barbs, point blank period. I will get dragged if this comes out, but I don't give a fuck. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
It's coming from the barbs. And then outside of that, just some lame ass fucking niggas, bro. Like, Doechii is the artist that we deserve but don't deserve.
Right.
Like, she is the representation of, like, women that rap, like, at the highest degree. And that's not even from just spitting, but just artistically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, so the whole conversation of industry plant is so fucking ignorant, bro. Like, her journey is literally online if you're not lazy enough to scroll down.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like, she's literally documented crying in the bedroom like, I don't know if this shit gonna work, eating a bag of chips, but I'm finna pack my car, I'm finna move to LA, like, I'm finna try and make this shit work. Like, so when people come up with this whole, like, industry plant shit, it just really be, like, on some hating ass shit, bro.
I agree.
You know?
Agree.
And you know what? It sparks, this is the bigger conversation, right? In 2025, people are not used to what a superstar is.
Yeah.
It's just literally, that's the bigger conversation, especially in urban. You know, we're so used to the fly-by-nights, the 1 to 2 years, like the hit it and quit it artists. Like, they're not used to a label literally vesting time, money, resource into making something that we know should and could be go. And people are just like, oh, I it's like, I've never, you know, it's the industry playing, oh, like, this is the bots. Like, it's not that.
No.
It's not that at all. And people are just not genuinely, like, they don't know what a superstar is no more, or the process of what makes a superstar.
Right. They don't know. They don't really truly understand the work that it takes to get to superstar level. They're so used to the microwave rapping of just a one-hit wonder coming out of nowhere on TikTok with a random song, and then they stay hot for like 3 months and then they disappear to obscurity.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Doechii's one of those people where, like, if you paid attention and you're a fan of hip hop, you're a fan of music, you've seen her grow as an artist in front of you. So now that she's getting this mainstream success, you as a fan feel vindicated because it's like, damn, somebody that I support, that I've watched struggle, made it.
Yeah.
So to see some people call her an industry plant when it's like, where were you in 2015 when she was really trying to get shit out the mud?
Right.
Yeah.
Where was you when she caught that first big break in 2018 when she was getting shit out the mud and catching those features and rapping alongside the likes of Rico Nasty and all these other people, man?
I agree with everything that you all said. I have nothing else to contribute other than you know, you're proud when somebody that, like what you just said, you're proud when somebody who you kind of felt like you were one of the first ones to kind of be on, and then you watch their trajectory. It's similar to Nip's progression, God rest his soul, when he was continuously, you know, the Proud to Pay movement, and then when he opened the marathon store, and then when he did this, like all of the levels of his career and her career that she's continuously climbed, you feel a part of that, similar to J. Cole's story, similar to Kanye's story. Even, I mean, as much as we want to, you know, hate on Kanye's other antics, but the journey that Kanye been on before he got to this weird level that he's on, it was massive. You know what I'm saying? It was, we watched him from fashion to wanting to make beats to his actual rapping to getting signed by Rockefeller. You know, I still remember the video when they brought him out on stage and they gave him the Rockefeller chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
even look at like Kendrick, like,
absolutely, yeah.
I will always and forever remember the moment when they brought him out on stage,
Kingdom of the West,
and the Kingdom of the West.
Yep.
Like,
absolutely.
Those moments in history, like, people are not used to what a superstar is and what, like, the journey. Like, I vividly remember, like, this is like internally, like 2018, 2019. Like I was up in Sony, like I was trying to intern at that point. We were discussing like artists. No, it was like, okay, this was like 2020. And I was discussing artists with this A&R at that point in time. And I was like, yeah, Florida got a wave, specifically Tampa in general, because this was like early, like Rod Wave time.
Okay.
And they mentioned like, yeah, there's a girl out there named Doechii, this and that. This is like 5-6 years ago.
Right.
So fast forward, I remember when she got signed to TDE Capital, like freaking, she has a hit record on radio 2-3 years ago with the What It Is. So it's like, none of this is like by chance. Like this has all been gradual. If you just, this is the thing. It's okay to say you was late to some shit.
Yep.
It's like the monologues about like bots and industry plants. My nigga, go to your motherfucking 9-to-5 job and mind your motherfucking business, bro. Stay off a Black Queen dick, dog. Like that shit is so fucking lame.
Yeah.
And I can't stand to see it, man. Like,
shout out to Florida, man. We run the shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
We got Kodak, Doechii, D-Lo,
Hot Boy,
1900 Rugrat,
Papa, Tyler, Boston.
Tyler, yes. So it's a lot of talent coming out of Florida. I know a lot of people don't want to admit it, but Florida.
They never want to give Florida the credit.
Florida's making noise, man. You just got to
is.
get with the times.
It is.
I don't know if I may slowly jump on the 1900 Rugrat.
You got to,
man. You got
to.
He got to give me one more, and then I'll subscribe.
Man, that hit that he got with a BLP Kosher, that shit called Dead Cracker. When I tell you they trading bars back and forth, nasty. Nasty.
We're all YG fans, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. YG shook up the world yesterday with the title track to the soundtrack of Rape Culture, in my opinion. A lot of people, if you haven't heard the song, what's the name of the song?
2004.
2004. So he opens up the song with arguably, I believe, the most in-your-face, shocking first few bars since Hit 'Em Up. Yeah. In my personal opinion.
Absolutely.
He starts the song with, in such and such, in whatever year it was, I got raped. Now, that's very shocking to a lot of people who may be able to resonate with that story. But the production behind this song is amazing.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
And I truly, truly believe that this is going to spark, if it already hasn't, like that particular topic is probably the most taboo topic that we have. A lot of people shy away from talking about it, even though all of the crazy stuff that's going on in the media with a lot of these celebrities leads us to have to talk about it and have to address a lot of the things that's going on in our culture. But I'm super proud of YG for being this comfortable. Like, YG has always been a leader of his own pack. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
From the way he carries himself, with how he dresses, to the way that he raps, to the beat selection that he picks, to the subject matter that he discusses, the women that he dates, is just like, he's always kind of like been in his own little bubble, and this is just, this just adds another layer to his catalog that I'm actually in support of. So how y'all feel about the new record?
For me, if anybody saw my review, I looked at it as one of the biggest moments in hip hop history, because when do you get someone that's so vulnerable that is able to just convey that message, like, hey, this happened to me. I was sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it brings out that stigma of, men not being able to be comfortable in talking about their past traumas and things like that, because this is a real thing that happens to young men. And when they grow up, it dictates how they treat other people in the world. So for someone to be so open and honest on a record, especially because he's already a great storyteller. So that wasn't even him trying to like, tell the story in, the concept of an album. He's just being like, hey, this happened to me. This is what it was. It wasn't cool. It made me feel this way. I didn't like it. And it really should open up the door now for a lot of other men, especially who were fans of him or just fans of hip hop. It's like, hey, like, I can be honest and talk about these things and not be afraid. And I think that was really impactful from that track.
Yeah. It was it was interesting for me because the irony was like spectating. I heard the record like a month and a half ago.
I got you.
I was in a meeting. I can't like really say to people or whatnot, but I was lucky enough to go to a meeting about some marketing around like that record and another possible first single. And as authentic as it is, he's telling his story is true. I'm glad to see like he's opening the conversation. They knew what kind of like blaze it was going to start.
Of course. Yeah. Of course.
So it was just very interesting to see like when it hit the timeline, like the beauty of marketing and knowing like what's going to stir like conversation at the end of the day.
I like the visual.
The visual is amazing.
Yeah. I like the visual behind it.
The visual is amazing, but it's also too like if you look at YG, it's a return. Like first and foremost, and in my most like music nerd stuff, I love this story, right? I think it's like 2017. No, I don't know what year it is, right? But My Crazy Life came out the same year as Good Kid, Mad City. And they're the same album. If you don't
essentially.
know. It's the same album.
Yeah.
You know, because YG is the Mad City, the kid from the Mad City that was turned up doing the fuck shit, and Kendrick was the good kid. So I say all that to say, like, that was like such a great classic hip hop album. And, you know, that's what we know and love YG for. And he kind of got away from it over the years. And it seems like he's making a return to like the maturation of man in storytelling, you know, with this. So it's dope to see. I love it.
I also too like it because I believe that it would take somebody like him to open certain doors in hip hop for other conversations to be had. Like it immediately, when he said that, it immediately made me go back to, I think it was 2022 when Isaiah Rashad came out and said that he was sexually fluid. I think that's the term that he used.
Yeah.
So
and then with the sex tape coming out and people kind of ragging on him.
Oh my God! It's almost like it attributed to his career plummeting.
I don't even want to say his career plummeted because the thing, he just ain't put nothing out since. It's just,
he hadn't really had
that shit. Just be for social media conversations, bro. Like it don't attribute to nothing else because the nigga A-okay.
He's a great
artist. He lived in a niche space in the first place.
Correct. Yes. However, it does from an artist like YG coming out and being as vulnerable as he was. I think that he was premature. He being Isaiah Rashad, even with how it came out, the world wasn't ready to have that conversation.
The world wasn't ready to have that conversation. You talking about YG or
I'm talking about Isaiah Rashad.
No, the world wasn't ready to have that conversation. I don't think they're still ready. No, they're not. And then there's so many layers to it because while the world wasn't ready for that conversation, I don't see there will ever be. I didn't think that the nigga owed us that the press conference return with Joe Budden about his sexuality. Who are we? Like, who are we?
We're individuals.
Like, no, but I'm saying to him, who are we?
Well, consumers.
Consumers, right? Yeah. But so it's like, who in the grand scheme, who are we to him that he owes us a response outside of just making music?
And that's the thing that gets me when people always have to justify, they have to clear up, they have to address, they have to, and you know that I just think about what's old girl that was she signed to Bad Boy or something? The girl that was sleeping in the car or something like that.
Oh, Dawn Richardson.
Yeah,
you talking about En Vogue?
En Vogue. Sorry, not but you know she came out. She told her story. A lot of people, some people agreed, some people disagreed. I think JD was one of the people that kind of spoke on it. And then she felt the need to address. People always feel the need to address.
Yeah.
I gotta address it. And a lot of times you really don't. You really don't. You know what I'm saying? Unless you not, if you coming out and you deliberately harming people in whatever way possible. When I say harming, I'm talking about physical harm, or you're putting people's lives in danger, or that, you know, you're deliberately causing harm to people. Yes, you should address that. But if you a woman that like women, that ain't none of my damn business. If you a man that like men, that ain't none of my damn business. As long as the music sounds good and I can identify with other things that you speak on in your music, the rest of your personal life that happens outside of the studio booth, it don't got shit to do with me. Nothing to do with me. So yeah, man,
go be happy.
Yeah,
and don't equate too. That before you leave it, that's a funny thing because that's a great perspective. Yeah, people would be like, "Well, y'all still listen to R. Kelly and it's like, listen, man.
Well, I don't.
Child molestation It's not the same as a nigga liking a nigga, bro.
Absolutely.
It's not.
So please,
Absolutely.
are y'all still listening to Frank Ocean?
Absolutely.
It's not the same,
It's not
bro.
the same. It's not the same.
So like, please, let's like have some fucking common
And
sense
even
about
going
shit.
even further, like we watched Wayne and Baby kiss every time they saw each other.
Hey, man, that's crazy.
We watched them
That's
kiss
crazy.
every time they saw each
You
other.
know what's funny
but ain't
is-
nobody stopped playing Carter 3. Ain't nobody stopped
None.
listening to the
Nah.
drought.
But it's
like, come
it's
on, bro.
funny
What we
when
talking about?
You mentioned that with Frank Ocean. It's funny because you talk about Wayne and Baby kissing, but then when Forrest Gump dropped, niggas lost their mind. I'm like,
Because they felt mentally fucked
Like-
because they liked them. But the weird thing is like, think of the brand of Frank Ocean and the brand of Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the street hard ass nigga. It
Yeah.
should have thrown people off.
Killer.
Frank
Tattoo.
ain't never been
Frank
nothing
ain't
but like a
never been-
lover boy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about you. Like, what, you felt so fucking thrown off by finding out that the nigga was bi or
Yeah.
gay?
yeah,
like,
it bothered y'all that bad. First of all, China Orange slaps,
bro.
One of the greatest albums I ever heard in my life.
Legend.
Let's stop comparing everybody to R. Kelly because that's
That's-
a heinous.
Apparently,
heinous
that's the
crime.
standard for some reason. I
Yeah.
feel like
It's
people
a heinous
Y'all
crime.
still listen to R. Kelly?
yeah, like people use R. Kelly. It's like R. Kelly and Chris Brown are the two people that's like they compare something to when something goes wrong in hip hop. If someone's abusing somebody, well, you still listen to Chris Brown.
Understand the difference between a literal crime and
Right.
a personal life choice for
And
someone.
somebody that
Like,
is
it's a
actually
difference.
putting, but R. Kelly put his crimes in the music.
in the music, bro.
Exactly,
Like, what are we
So,
talking about?
Yeah, we can move on. Your boy, Playboi Carti. And then you put in the notes the biggest. Get the,
The
fuck
biggest.
out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take this one, man. I'm look, for all the niggas that's 40 plus, I don't listen to fucking Playboi Carti. I know
You missing out. You missing out.
he has a multitude, a big fan base of people that actually like his music.
Mhm.
I'm
Love.
just not one of them.
Love.
I'm just not one of them. So I'm gonna let the young niggas in the room,
That's crazy.
address this whole Playboi Carti bullshit.
Hey, we
'cause I
just
don't
got
listen
it.
to that,
Okay.
man.
I mean, but that digs into the deeper conversation I want to have. But we'll start by giving Carti his flowers, bro.
Right.
300,000 first week.
Nice.
Nice. Nothing but, records charting all across the Hot 100.
Nice. I'm
like,
never a hater. Nice.
motion. And it's been building like that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to salute him and everything that he got going on over
Much
there.
success to him.
Riverdale legend, man.
Sure.
But the reason I wanted to discuss Carti was more so that conversation, right? Because I seen it a lot on the timeline.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's the idea of, and it even just isn't just Carti, it's just in general. You too old to be listening to XYZ.
Okay.
I want to dig into that conversation because
hate that sentiment.
let me
man.
tell you something,
I
man.
hate that shit.
My mother is 71 years old. God
Right.
bless her. Shout out to you, Mary Harris. I love you. And she'll probably kill me for saying her age, right? But my mom's 71 years old, bro.
Right.
And will call me about the latest record she done heard and love on the radio all the time, right? And that shit do not just be R&B. She
Right.
called me about fucking 21. Her favorite is she love Lil Durk, like when
Okay.
they play him on the radio.
Shout out to moms.
You know,
Okay.
so my mom is hip to all that at 71. So I'd be damned if a motherfucker tell me at 36 I'm too old to listen to Playboi Carti.
Fair.
You got me fucked up. And if you want to,
He's 30 himself.
you want to acknowledge your age, that's cool. Because I don't, at 36, for those that knew me at 21 years of age,
Right.
Timbo is dead. That was the nickname. Timbo's dead. But,
Okay.
But I don't conduct myself in said manner like I used to at that age.
Right.
But at 36, I can listen to who I want to listen to and enjoy it for what it is.
You can.
And
Yeah.
I think that's the deeper conversation. If you personally like, I joke with you all the time about Carti.
Of course.
But and if you personally don't like him, that's cool. That's cool. But I'm just talking about the overflow of that conversation on the timeline of people trying to police what other individuals listen to
Based
because
on
of their
the
age.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. Let me remove age from the conversation just for me.
Okay.
What I appreciate from artists, I'm lyric based first. I'm lyricism first. So most of the artists that I talk to, they put words together well.
Okay.
Now, I know that comes in tiers, right?
Mhm.
So my top tier, first tier, is your Jay-Z's, your Nas, your Biggies, your Tupacs, that's tier 1. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, I'm gonna even go Drake. We can put Drake in that first tier of artists, Kanye. And then you got tier 2, where you have, other artists. Let's just say, maybe your Big Sean's, your you hate Big Sean. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
I really don't understand that.
I was trying to hold it and be professional.
Oh my
But
Lord.
I was like, who else can we put in on tier 2? You got your Big Sean's, your Nicki Minaj's is in tier 2.
I mean,
for
no,
me.
Nicki Minaj is. Well, I'm glad you said for me because Nicki Minaj is, and I hate the barbs. Kill me if you want to, but she's definitely tier 1. There's no way you could take
Oh
it.
no, absolutely not.
She's absolutely.
Lil Wayne is tier 1, absolutely.
Oh God,
Nicki is tier 1. Bro.
We have to draw the line somewhere. We gonna get in. I want to get into that B-Dot list too.
Yeah.
But yeah. So at any rate, I start first with lyricism. Right? You gotta put the words together well. You know what I'm saying? Jadakiss is one of my favorite rappers.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like that's where it starts for me. So if I don't get that from you, automatically I put you in this bucket. Like, all right, I'll listen to it if it's a bop or if it's something that I could kind of like have a good time to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's the category that I put Playboi Carti in.
Okay.
For me. So again, I probably gotta hear something that just really just stands out, or he gotta have a feature with an artist that I really, really, truly respect for me to be like, oh, you know what? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So, question.
yes.
You like Travis, right?
Scott,
Yeah.
I don't really listen to much of his music.
But there's songs by him like you like, right?
I like, they're mainly features.
Okay. So my thing is like, because that's been my biggest.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Highest in the Room, love that record.
Oh,
So
That's hard.
My thing is, because that's been my comp thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't tell me you like Travis and cape for Travis, but then be like, I don't like Playboi Carti. These niggas make
the same.
I know what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
They make I personally compartmentalize.
It's
Like, I
just
don't
you
listen to
you can just
Playboi
understand
for
Travis
what
Scott
he's
a little bit
talking
more.
about. Like,
I like Highest in the Room probably got a lot of plays for me.
Mhm.
But outside of that, if it's a Travis Scott song that I listen to, it's because he's on a feature
On a
or
feature.
somebody else is
Mhm.
on the record.
That's
you
fair.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
So
fair.
I know that the tree from Travis leads to Playboi
Playboi,
Carti
yeah.
at some point in time.
and
right?
if anything, they sit next to each other.
Gotcha.
Damn
Yeah,
near.
yeah,
Like,
it's
yeah.
kinda like-
So I
around
just
the
gotta
same
hear.
time.
I just gotta
Yeah.
hear a song by Playboi. Blah. That's cool. He gotta be like on a feature with Killer Mike or somebody like that for me to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Like it gotta be shit like that.
I mean, Kendrick, and that's another thing too. People was killing
I
Kendrick
heard
for hopping
they
on the
was-
album.
I haven't heard
this-
that track yet, but I will listen to it.
Them
Yes.
damn
Bro.
features, them damn Kendrick features probably been done before all of that because they was talking about why would he beef with Drake and then go do a song with Playboi Carti. I'm like, do y'all not understand how the music industry work, bro? Them songs, them verses probably been done,
Yeah.
and been sitting in the vault forever.
Yep.
Especially as long as we've been waiting on Playboi Carti to release this goddamn album. That shit been in the vault, just sitting there, just waiting to be used.
And
man.
the beauty of Kendrick is duality, bro.
Right.
Like, the nigga told you in the record, and someone, they want to beef with me and shit. I'm not going back and forth with that nigga on no motherfucking Twitter, bro.
Yeah.
A nigga told you on in a song, I am not your savior, bro.
Right.
The nigga, like, some of his best features are on records that are just flat out ignorant at
he
the
just
end
called
of the day.
he called himself a hypocrite. He willingly called himself a hypocrite.
I love to hear him get busy
So
on
it's
ignorant
like
shit.
there's nothing wrong with that. To me, I didn't have a problem with it. I actually thought Kendrick's features were the best part of the album to me. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I mean,
Kendrick's features were the best part of his album, you said?
No, I'm talking about on Playboi Carti.
Oh, I got you, I got you.
Playboi-
I thought What You Got was overrated. I did not like the one where he's actually like rapping.
I
What
didn't-
song is that called? Good Credit. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, Good Credit.
I love Kendrick, and I'm not even gonna sit here and stand for it.
I didn't mind it.
Now the Backdoor record with him, with Kendrick and
That's-
Janae on it. Flames.
that's
like
great.
yeah. So
That's great. Yeah, I didn't mind it.
shout
Okay.
out to Carti, bro.
Shout out to Carti. I can again, I'll try to I'll dive in. I do want to listen to the Kendrick record. though.
You should listen to Playboi Carti, and I think it's crazy because sometimes it really does depend on what project you start with.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't just go to that debut project.
Which one would you tell him to hop in?
I would say
give me a project.
I would say you need to hop in Dial It.
Dial It.
I would say Dial It.
What is it? What is it called?
Dial It.
Okay.
Because-
Die lit.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's because the debut self-titled was great, and it's probably got one of the greatest intro tracks ever
Okay.
to a project ever, just on production alone.
Ever?
Again, to me, I love that. I love Location. That's like one of my
I don't
favorites.
even feel like it's better than what's the intro to Dial It?
Your location at? No. Well, that's another song we talking about.
No.
Oh, you talking about Khaled?
Oh, that's Khaled. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
I would say it's better to me, but like I said, that's just me. But I would say Dot Lit is the better album to go into.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Because it showed a lot of versatility.
And cut in on at the gym.
And I was
Okay.
I was going to say you cut on at the gym, or you could just be out and about bumping the whip, just driving down, and you throwing that junk he got on with the RP with RP Fredo with Young Nudie on it.
Okay.
I don't think that's because Playboi is a aura and aesthetics rapper.
Mm-hmm.
My dog likes stuff for lyricism.
Yes.
You put him in a car to ride and listen to it, he gonna be listening to what this nigga talking about. And Playboi is not. I'm not gonna be that nigga that pretends that he talking about anything whatsoever.
Thank
bro.
you for that.
Cut
I
it on.
appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Cut it on at the gym, bro.
You gotta be-
Like,
you
it's
do
a
gotta be
vibe.
busy
I can do
doing
that.
them shit.
I can do that. I can do
Or
that.
if you
Thank
clean,
you.
or if you clean it or some shit
It's
like
important
that.
to have
yeah.
friends that know you. It's important.
Cut it on at the gym, bro.
Okay, I can do
It
that.
is great workout music. I will tell you that.
Okay, now, as we wrap up, man, the feds are coming. Listen, all you
Feds did it
gangbangers, all you niggas involved in a lot of criminal activity within a group, they call that a RICO. I think y'all might want to disperse because they are coming. Okay. We start with Big U, this whole Big U fiasco. I don't like Big U for just the simple fact of what I believe. Well, not what I believe, but all of the allegations centered behind why him and Nipsey didn't like each other.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Nipsey Hussle fan.
Yeah.
And it's just, we see it all the time. Like, you got somebody who is on a track to be great, and you have another person who probably was involved at some point in time on that track that is now not involved in that track anymore and is, deliberately trying to derail that track, right? And I'm not pointing no fingers or allegations, but it's a whole bunch of videos and a whole bunch of people saying that they had to check in and they got extorted and they, he went live minutes after Nipsey got shot. And then you got people
He
saying,
didn't even come to the funeral.
No, he
bro,
did not.
you got people
No, he
literally
did not.
saying, oh, Big U called me to tell me Nipsey got shot 15 minutes before he actually got shot. And it's just like, it's just too many stories surrounding one person where I don't feel like everybody lying.
Yeah.
So that's
nah.
just me. You know what I'm saying? I never really.
One or two stories is okay. It's like a coincidence.
Yeah.
But once you get to like 4 or 5, you start seeing videos.
It's like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
You start hearing stories from people who've been holding this shit for years.
Mhm.
You started, okay, hold on now. There may be some truth to this shit, man.
Right.
I think, but going into the other side of it is the damn, my throat. Pause.
Good
The
save.
culture, the culture of, and we don't like talking about them on here, but your Axe, your Adam 22s, your Vlads, all these
Horrible
like
people.
pissy booty ass motherfuckers that
Yep.
just sat in that room and did a round table. Like, somebody should have shot that shit up.
Yeah.
Them and their contributions to people getting themselves fucked in the culture. Because a lot of the indictment, when you read through it, is based upon conversations that were had on these podcasts, bro.
Of course.
Mhm.
So, do we put more onus on artists having the common sense to stop going on these publications and having conversations with these people who don't give a fuck about them? Or do we put shared onus on them being new hip hop media, as Ack loves to call it, right?
Both.
And them getting their favorite new people hung up and pushed out to dry.
I'm gonna start. I think the burden of proof, or not even the burden of proof, the responsibility is on the interviewee, because there's no interview without information.
Correct.
So if you don't go on these, it's a number of different people that have gone on Adam 22 and Vlad and Ack, and you ask them a certain question and they stare at you.
Yeah.
Or they say, I'm not answering that. No comment. Or we could move on to the next segment. I think people, and then a lot of times, people are going on to these podcasts, they're getting filled with liquor, and then they telling all their fucking
Everything.
business.
They're
Drink
telling
Champs is a
everything.
prime example of niggas going on a podcast and running their fucking mouth too much.
But I feel like that be wholesome over there.
Well, not a lot of the conversations that have happened. Well, I think Swiss Beats got into some trouble one time when he went on there. He was talking too much. It was a couple other people too.
I think it's the artists that be on the Drink Champs though too. Like they be a little older and they're a little more. This is what it is. They come from having to do the actual interview press junket,
right?
So they're seasoned in what they say. They get licked up and they speak a little too much sometimes, but it be in all good fun. These young niggas that be on these,
they just talking too much.
They just talking too much.
The young niggas be talking way too fucking much.
So it's the onus is on the interviewee though. Like keep your mouth closed, or say enough to where you're not saying enough.
It's funny because you mentioned that because I saw in a clip the other day where Adam 22 was interviewing this one rapper and he
had tattoos all over his face.
Yeah, I think it was him, but he asked him something about like a retaliation or some shit.
Yeah,
about getting back at somebody, and bro just sat there and just stood at him just like this.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
He just looked at him.
Yeah,
and then Adam was like, "Good move." And my first thought was, you tried to bait this man and incriminated himself in some bullshit.
I deliberately remember. I think Benny the Butcher, one of the last times he went on Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
Vlad asked him a question, and Benny was like, "How you know that? Like, how did you know that happened? Because it's only a few people that know that, and the few people that know that included law enforcement.
Yeah.
So how do you know that? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just you just got to be smart about who these people are, man. Like, there has never been a time where people have went on these shows or these platforms, incriminated themselves, and they have lived to walk free about it.
No,
not at all.
Like history, like we got to be smart about what we doing.
People keep going on these publications, and people keep going to these people, and it don't work out for them. It's like, have y'all not seen the goddamn news? It does not work. Stop going to them. And I hate that it's niggas who actually watch these fucking videos and share their content and give these niggas a bigger platform than what they already have now. It's terrible.
It's crazy. But yeah, man. So yeah, bottom line, keep your fucking mouth closed when you're going on these podcasts, or just talk about your career. Talk about what you got coming up. If you got a book, cookbook, you got a verse that you about to release or drop, or a song that's about to come out, or
just don't go on them at all, bro. Like, let's help create new hip hop media. Or like return to the fold
Let's
where
go to Speedy.
People actually give a fuck about interviewing shit. Speedy. Like Vince Staples say that shit all the time, bro. Like when he did that Breakfast Club interview, love Vince, right? But he's like, bro, I came here to talk about my album. Don't ask me about no bitch.
Right.
Why are you asking me to freestyle? Like, I'm a jigaboo. Like,
I got 12 songs.
I got 12
I'm trying to eat off of,
man. Like, let's get back to that, bro. Like, let's get back to that, man.
As somebody who has started to jump into the interview space, and I've interviewed my fair share of artists, and I got a couple ones that I kind of want to reach out to. Like, I try to learn what they got going on.
Absolutely.
Before, something drop. They may have an album. For example, I interviewed Abby Jasmine right before she dropped her album, because I had been in her messages and on Twitter like, yo, when are you dropping this goddamn album?
Right.
Like I was fussing at her for basically.
Right.
So to even just throw out there in the world, I was like, it'd be cool if I could interview her. And she's like, cool, I'm down. I'm like, oh shit, okay. And to take that time to learn about her, learn where she's from, learn about her music. I don't need to ask her what she's doing in her personal life.
But that is
like I keep that shit separate. Like, you have to, because it's also, you get interviewed and people asking you wild shit, but it's like, we got to take more responsibility of just keeping shit professional,
of course,
and not diving too much into people's personal life or what they got going on outside of music. If you interviewing somebody for hip hop, for an album or a single, what they got going on, keep it there.
It's cyclical though, bro, because it's like we all share onus at the end of the day.
Yeah.
These people that are doing these interviews, they want to be salacious to get into attention at the end of the day.
Crazy,
it's all clickbait culture and stream farming.
Right.
And then you got the consumer, the everyday, we all on Twitter, we see it every day. People feel like they're owed what's going on in someone's personal life. So it's just like it's a fucked like contradiction for the artist at the front end at the end of the day. Because there's such an oversaturation of artists making shit. The only way you could stay present is by being present and discussing or doing or saying said things.
Gotcha.
So I just hate like the cyclicalness of it. And yeah, man, fuck them niggas, bro.
Straight up.
Fuck them folks.
One more topic before we head out. B-Dot's list. So for those of y'all who don't follow B-Dot, B-Dot is one half of Rap Radar. I don't know if he still fuck with Elliot like that. I don't know. They seem to be moving separately these days. But B-Dot dropped the top 10 best guest rap verse list. Did you see that list?
I did not.
You not see? Okay. So I'm gonna just run through it real quick. 1, AZ Life is a Bitch. 2, Andre 3000 on International Players Anthem. 3, Kendrick Lamar on Like That. 4, Nicki Minaj on Monster. 5, Lil Kim on Quiet Storm Remix. 6, Drake Stay Scheming. 7, Jadakiss on Made You Look. 8, Jay-Z Diamonds Remix. 9, Nas Live at the Barbecue. 10, Busta Rhymes Scenario Remix. I think that what it was.
Yeah, Scenario.
My personal opinion, I would like to remove 2 of these off of this list.
Go ahead.
9 and 10. 1, we got to put Eminem Renegade on there. And then 10, I think I said still DRE, Dre and Snoop.
Okay.
I just feel like still DRE is more of a collab than a feature. And Renegade, while Eminem, he did his thing, the conversation is just more so how he washed out Hove.
Yes.
It was dope. But who's listening to that record and da-da-da?
But it happened. It's a moment.
Yeah,
it did happen.
but
who's still listening to Nas at the Barbecue? Let's not do that.
Busta on fucking Scenario.
Nobody still listens to that.
Rah, like a Dungeon Dragon. Like, that shit is historical in hip-hop, bro.
But your claim was, who still listens to that?
Okay, but it's historical.
Renegade
is not as historical as that bar from
I
fucking
disagree
Scenario.
with that.
It's not, bro.
I do because it started the conversation of, is Eminem the GOAT of hip hop?
No.
Yes, it did.
Hell no.
Absolutely, because at that point in time, Jay-Z was at the top of the game.
Jay-Z was at the top of the game, but wasn't nobody saying that M was the GOAT because he
Are you
watched
crazy?
Jay
Yes, he
on
was.
that one record.
Now, this is
I
where
was there.
This is where age comes
That's
in.
Blueprint.
This is
I
where
was
age
there,
comes
bro.
in. This is where age comes in.
Nah, because I was there, bro, because I vividly remember shout out my folks at the crib. Man, I used to always get laughed at for being a nigga in Tampa listening to Jay-Z, bro. That wasn't like the vibe. I remember that time.
But we all are from the same region, Teddy.
Okay, then, so Jay-Z was somebody that like everybody bumped the back of the crib.
Oh, in my high school, yes.
Nah, niggas was not jocking Jay.
No. I'm talking about from Volume 3. No, not even Volume 3. Sorry. Because Volume 3 came out later. I think that was like 2000, like 99, 2001. But when Blueprint came out, 9/11, yes. Everybody was listening to Jay-Z.
Niggas wasn't jocking
Everybody
Jay.
was listening to Jay-Z. And you had niggas from Miami who was listening to Jay-Z. This is Burnt CDs era.
Yeah, this is Burnt CD era.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
CD,
I can vividly remember having hip-hop debates and conversations about Jay-Z being the best rapper ever. I mean, that's what
I mean, that was understood at the time. But I'm saying was niggas like, rhyme on with niggas wasn't bumping Jay.
And
like
that's fair. I'm not taking that away from it. Yeah. In Miami, Jay-Z get all his flowers. In Miami, Jay-Z gets all his flowers. So that's just, and maybe that will be my time period in rap, like high school, like older. Because as you get older, you do start to consume different types of music because your intellect is a little bit different, right? Yeah. And was I listening to Jay-Z in 8th grade? No, I was not. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was. I wasn't. 10th grade though, 10th grade, 11th grade, yes, I was. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm around different types of people and other niggas are putting me on Jay-Z. I remember Rock La Familia album, knew it word for word. You get what I'm saying? Like, so those are just the transitions, but those are my two that I would remove.
But you completely curtail past.
Well, you already know how I feel about
completely curtail
Man,
past the fact that the queen, goddamn, I hate that you making me cap for her. The fact that the fucking queen is listed in the top 5, bro.
It's not overrated verse. It's an overrated verse.
It's Nicki's monster verse, not like a staple in hip hop history.
Tell me what she said.
Let me just be 100% honest with both of y'all.
Tell me what she said.
I could give 2 fucks about that damn verse. It's not on that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's not on that. It's not. Kanye verse on that record is better than Nicki's.
Agree.
Thank you.
I expect all the hate. I don't really give a fuck because you know how I am. I'm respond, dead fathers, all that. Y'all know the deal. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see.
It's not all that, bro. She didn't say nothing.
What is special about it? What was special?
I found my tribe.
That resonates with anybody. What is it about that verse that it's like, oh, she's just the greatest?
And I'm on
top 5 on that list is insane.
I ain't noticed because my money ain't.
It shouldn't even be on the damn list for starters.
I promise you that this is not a move for us to like rile up engagement, bro.
It's
I
not-
don't know
no,
what
I don't
this
even-
shit is, but
The best living hands down.
No,
huh?
man. It's if you
these other niggas on Monsters versus are not even like holding a shoestring
That's
and
in my mind more
rememberableness
where the
to
money
Nicki
is.
Minaj.
that's fine.
on
Scrap
Monster,
the whole
bro.
fucking song then.
No,
Who you
so the
going
song
get?
is not wet.
I
No
didn't say
matter
the
who
song
you
is
going
wet,
get,
but I'm saying
ain't nobody dope as this.
But I'm saying
do
it's
the
not
rap
all
and the
that,
trap,
bro.
triple double no
Bro,
assist.
who is that? Was that Jay or Ye?
That was Yay.
I don't mix them up because they're not rememberable.
You
It was
crazy.
Nicki, bro. Nicki smashed Monster. There's a reason that everybody
Congratulations,
know
she
that shit,
smashed it.
bro.
They like it because she was the only girl.
No, it's not because
Yeah.
she showed up and she did what Luda did
Tell
on
me what she said.
Pull Up in a Monster Automobile Gangster with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Man, she's
That's
slick.
basic. That's basic. She just rapped fast. That's all.
She does rap fast.
It's a lot of people that rap fast,
And
bro.
they- and they be
I'm not
trash.
caping, bro.
No,
I'm not
but
going,
she-
bro.
Nicki
I'm not
Minaj-
going,
Nicki-
bro.
Nicki
She just
Minaj-
rap
Hey, y'all got
fast.
me caping for Nicki
She-
Minaj
she
on a
sound-
Saturday
she sounds
morning.
like
This
she
is
snorts
crazy
a
right
line
now, bro.
before she do
but
a
we
fast
not going.
verse.
I'm not going, bro. Nicki on Monster, bro. She showed up She showed up at the boys' party and shitted on the niggas that was at it.
Nigga on the verse about us on it.
That's the delivery, bro. That's just delivery.
That delivery.
If you don't like animated delivery,
I'm
just
just
say
telling
that,
you what she
bro.
said. I'm
Just
just telling you
call
what
a
she
spade
said.
a spade. If you don't like animated delivery, just say that.
No,
Nigga,
it's her animated delivery.
It's just
That
animated
sounds
delivery.
bad.
Just
That
say
shit was-
that,
That shit was a
bro.
5 at most.
Good, bro.
It was a
Cause she
5
been
verse
doing-
at most.
she
Oh,
been
what?
doing-
5. It
No.
was a 5 at most.
It was a 5 plus 5
That's-
times 10.
5 is being generous.
Yeah. No, 5 out of 10.
No. You're being generous.
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
I was gonna get
she
that shit like
came
a-
on she came
I
on
was
the
gonna
track
give it
with
like a 3.
Legends.
And showed her motherfucking
didn't
ass,
fail.
bro. She made, I feel like the story from what I remember, one of them niggas had to rewrite their verse after Nicki.
Man, pull it up. Listen,
I will pull up the
that's
story.
that's
I will
like-
pull up the
No,
story,
you know, that's
bro.
like, you know
That's
her verse
crazy.
like that's like going to the skating ring and bragging that you ain't fall. Like you're not supposed to.
No, it's not. She did
Yeah,
the
it
same
is.
thing that Ludacris did when
You
he
was
showed
out
up.
there with
When
real
Luda
skaters.
showed up on that shit with Gotcha. I think it was what remix was that?
Major Look.
Braveheart.
Major Look.
When he showed up on that shit,
Yes.
as a nigga from the South, because they
For
didn't
sure.
believe a nigga from
That's
the South
real
could rap
rapping.
like that. That's what Nicki did on
That's
fucking
real rapping.
Monster. That's what Nicki did on Monster.
It's not even close to the same.
It's not close because it's past that, bro. It's the same thing.
The impact is correct.
Impact, yes.
The impact
1000%.
is correct. The actual verse and how
It's
good
ass.
it was.
Cap.
That's all I'm saying.
Cap.
was-
Not going.
Mediocre at
Cap.
most.
It was
not going.
Yeah, it was
Not going.
It's a 3.
Not going, bro.
It's a
All right,
3.
so look, we gonna close out. We will revisit this because we've had this
No,
conversation.
we gonna
so
do a
many different
poll
times.
online
Yeah,
for
we
this
can,
shit,
we
bro.
can.
We gonna do a poll
We
online
can.
for this
Let's
shit.
do it. I'm with it. Shit you said, man. We gonna close out here. You tweeted, bro. It was mild. Like I picked this because I couldn't find nothing else.
Oh, okay.
But you said you tweeted this. It was earlier this month. Not knowing how to cook or only being able to make fucking Alfredo is a giant red flag.
Oh my. Okay.
I feel like I seen that shit.
Yeah, you probably did, man.
What's your beef with Alfredo? I mean, I get it.
Hey,
Let me start there. I understand.
Yeah, man.
Because I believe that you should be able to cook more
Hey.
than Alfredo and tacos and turkey burgers.
I also had another tweet before we dive into. I also had another tweet where I asked people, "Do y'all remember y'all grandparents cooking tacos?"
My grandma never made tacos.
Never.
Ever.
made
Ever in
tacos.
life.
Ever
My
in
mama
life.
just now started to make
Ever,
tacos,
bro. Ever.
And my mom 70. Your mom, you say your mom's 71? I think my mom turned 72 this year. So,
Man.
yeah, no.
My mom ain't never cooked no fucking tacos like that.
Man, we didn't know what tacos was. I didn't know what tacos was till I got to college.
That's crazy.
Not even lying to you. Because girls made tacos because it fed so many people.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's why they make Alfredo.
It was tacos. Tacos is a derivative of hamburger helper.
That shit. And it was funny about the tweet because what was going through my mind was because like everybody knows me. I got this fucking list of things that men can't do.
Yeah.
And one of the things on there I think was like cook or some bullshit like that. And I thought about how like women say like men cooking is sassy, but it's like y'all niggas don't do nothing but take a jar of fucking Prego and throw that shit in a damn pan.
Classico.
That's even worse.
It is. I ain't gonna lie.
That's even worse. That's like you don't add no salt, no pepper to the shit. You just throw in some half-cooked boiled noodles and some fucking chicken you got from the Publix section. Like
And
you
don't
even,
let her really like you because she'll throw
you don't
broccoli
even
in
cook
that
the
bitch.
chicken breast. You just get a rotisserie chicken and cut this shit up.
Don't let her like you. She'll throw broccoli in there
Man,
too. Broccoli
bro,
and the fruit mushrooms.
If a woman is cooking Alfredo for you, I promise you, bro, you not the first nigga she made that shit for.
For sure. I'm cool with that though.
Yeah.
The thought
It's
counts
the
with
thought
me.
No, bro.
The
That's
thought counts with me.
Bro, at this day and age with cookbooks, TikTok,
yes,
niggas own crock pots, Instapots, everything.
With Kyle.
Let me tell you something.
You can find a way to make a halfway decent meal.
You can. I agree with you.
And not even spend $10.
I agree with everything that you said. Now, there is a tier to that. Now, I'll accept Alfredo from a woman that I don't see no future with. I just will. If I'm over there and we just getting it cracking and you say I'm finna make you something to eat, to me, I don't get cooked for that often now that I'm a single person. So I'm grateful for everybody that does anything nice for me. But if it's a woman that I'm actually involved with and I see a future with, come on, bro, let's think outside the box a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna keep it at that.
I'm the chef in my family.
Yeah.
So my wife knows that like I'm gonna throw down in the kitchen. I tell her, look, you find the recipes, I'll go and we go to the store get the shit.
That's fair.
I'll cook it. Like that's what we do. Like,
got you.
She can make Alfredo, but she don't do the jar of Alfredo. She make the shit homemade from scratch. So it's like that ain't no red flag to me. If you just taking a jar and just pouring that shit in,
I got you.
Red flag, immediate.
What you got, Teddy? And we're gonna wrap up.
All right. You got one that I found that said most bottle girls are demoted strippers.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Okay, so I come from the strip club capital of the world, Miami. It's not Atlanta. I'm just finna say that right now because I know y'all like to claim that crown. It's not Atlanta. It's Miami. But a lot of times, strippers who have stripped for a long period of time or they see a different future, they transition from the pole to behind the bar. That's a fact. That's in every strip club that you could possibly find, from Miami to Atlanta to Detroit to, that's the trajectory. You go from stripper to bartender to either massage therapy school or nursing school.
Massage therapy school is crazy.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna leave it there because we press for time. But hey man, thank you so much, brother, for joining us, man. I really appreciate your time. I
appreciate being here,
for sure, man. Southside Gun. Check them out on all social media platforms. I'm your boy, way more fly than you, man. Teddy.
We do.
For sure, man. Hey, Audio Dope Podcast, episode 7. We appreciate y'all for listening. Check us out.
Yeah, man.